I ended up putting my friend to sleep after a night out, and I thought I killed him. Bring him on top.
Ooh, it's getting dangerous now.
Boom.
Never back. What the fuck can I do? Can we do this when we go home? Me and you.
As I come in.
Whoa. What's up, guys? We are at Nog's Gym, and I'm going to get stuck into a little bit of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Now, I've never done Jiu Jitsu before. I've got a couple of friends who do it, one of them being James Smith, someone who's been on my podcast before and someone who I've met with a couple of times. I've actually just done a video on his channel, so go check that out. So today I'm in good hands. I'm a little bit nervous, I don't know what to expect. I don't know if all of this muscle and weight is going to be absolutely useless when it comes to me wrestling on the mat, but I'm all ears, I'm willing to learn, and James is going to coach me. So let's go.
You're really good.
What was that? James is telling me how he's going to penetrate me.
So let's imagine you're out and about, you're seeing a man be disrespectful to a woman. You need to step in, you need to instigate. You don't want to hurt the man, but you want to take control of the situation. The rear naked choke is going to be your best friend. I'm going to teach you this right now. So if you sit on your bum for a second, face this way. We're going to get a little bit
touchy.
It's going to be we're going to get a lot closer than we've ever been. All right, so in a second, this is what you're going to do. So in Jiu-Jitsu, we love to be on people's backs. All right, this is a good place to get someone. We can do this from standing. So what you're going to do, Mike, you can have your feet out to begin with if you want. You can take your right arm, you can put it around my neck. Now the first thing we want is for the crease of the elbow to go in front of the thigh, in front of the neck. So you can go here. You've got quite a big back, you know. And what you want to do is hide this hand behind the shoulder. Now there is some choking you can do there. But that's the first thing, right? This hand goes here, and you can cup here. Now this hand, you might see in the movies, they grab this and come behind. We don't want to do that. You're going to hide this hand behind my head. Now as you do that, these fingers are going to go into the bicep. And so from this position, once you're here, you're going to bring your elbows together, you're going to shrug and squeeze.
Just stay away out of that.
And then as soon as someone taps, when you want to tap, yeah. Whenever you want it to stop, you just tap your opponent. And that's your way of doing it. Okay, so...
And as well, what you said earlier was you're not allowed to make any noise.
Yeah.
Any noise is classic.
If you yelped, it would be a tap.
Which I did then.
So if you come behind again, yeah, you do have to get the crotch quite close to the other man's bum. Oh, yeah. So the right arm's the most important to begin with. And so straight away we want to get this even further in front. Cool, and then wrap your right hand behind my shoulder. Right hand, this one behind my shoulder, cool.
Like that I'm wrapped?
Yeah, and you can even walk your fingers back a little bit more, and this is already very uncomfortable for me. Now the worst thing is, I can't reach that hand, so I'm already in so much trouble. And you'll hear from my voice that the choke is getting tighter.
Does it help as well that I've got big biceps?
Now the left hand is going to come over the top of the other one, you're going to slide the left hand behind my head. And now your right fingers are going to go to your left bicep.
No.
Wait, what?
So your right hand stays on the back of the shoulder. Your right fingers are going to go over your left bicep. But this hand goes behind my head. Yes, now, if you bring your elbows close together, and now shrug and squeeze. Yeah, and keep going. Cool.
Wow.
Now we're going to go one more time, and this is a very powerless position for me to be in, because even if I was out and about, the second that hand's there, I can't really do much. Now the left hand's going to slide behind. So you're going to go palm to palm like that, boom.
Wait.
So this hand stays on the back of the shoulder.
Yeah.
Left hand slides in behind. Cool, fingers to the bicep. Right fingers, left bicep.
Oh, there we go.
Cool, elbows together.
Yeah.
Now from here, no matter how big and strong I am, I'm fucked. I mean, I'm buggered. YouTube, go keep monetization. Now elbows together, squeeze and shake. Keep going. Keep going till you get the tap. Keep going. So, that's probably your highest percentile finishing move. If you can get to someone's back in Jiu-Jitsu, you're almost always going to finish them. So a lot of the time, when you're rolling and wrestling with someone, that's the position you want to be in. When I'm in this position behind the back, we put our feet in, and these are called hooks. And this helps me control Mike. Because what I don't want him to do is if you scoot your bum over my leg and turn into me, I'm now losing that position and my Mike's on top. If I keep my hooks in, now if Mike wants to escape, I can now control his body with my feet. and I can start to maneuver his hips. I can lock him in. I can even try and trap his arms. And when I'm behind him, I just have many more options from there. So, that's the first position. I'm going to teach you, have you ever armbarred anyone before? Okay, I'm going to teach you an armbar from the back to make it nice and fun. So when we're in this position, I have an underhook and kind of an overhook. This is called seatbelt because it represents having a seatbelt. If I was to come both under his waist, under his armpits, I can't threaten his neck. Now I have to remove one to do it. And if I bring both of my arms over here, we can scoot his bum out to the floor. So what we're going to do is, me, typically, I want to fall to the side. Here, you're still quite strong. If I can bring you to the side, now you're in a worse position where I can set up attacks and you can't. But what you're going to do is, you're going to plant your hand on the mat as I tilt you. So plant your hand to stop me doing it.
Yeah.
And now Mike's strengthening his position here, but he's actually giving me an armbar. So what you're going to do in a second is, you're going to fall onto your shoulder and you're going to put the foot behind my head, throw this one over and sit me back. Now
You want me to do that?
Yeah, and you see, right now I've got Mike's elbow in between my legs. I'm just going to pull the wrist and start to extend the arm.
If you do that, what's going to feel worse, my elbow or my neck?
Probably the elbow. And all I'm trying to do here is from here, I just want to extend his arm. So I can keep my leg here, this one comes over just so I can control your posture. And what I want to do is make sure that I can squeeze my thighs on his bicep and straighten the arm.
Oh, no getting out of that.
So this is not the first thing that you're learning. You're in a dominant position, you're going to set a trap for me. My arms aren't attackable until you tilt me. And when I plant, you've actually set me up to give you what you want. You want my arms. So I don't want to fall on my side, so I have to give up something to give you a slight attack. So I'm going to do this now. So put your feet in his hooks, go for a seatbelt. Cool. So now there's always a threat because his hand's around my neck. Now I'm safer here than I am down on my shoulder. So as you tilt me to my side, I'm going to plant my hand down because I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Now you're going to scoop my arm with your left hand.
I'm going to what?
Scoop my arm.
Like that?
Yeah, just even go deeper with your elbow. You can fall right onto your shoulder. It's fine. You can lay on the side on the mat now. Just fall to your side. Now this foot's going to go behind my head. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now scoop it behind my head.
Scoop what? Yeah. Like
Now
that.
you're actually in control of me here. Push me flat on my back.
How?
Push down with your foot.
Oh yeah.
Now, keep your knee like this. You've got my arm. This one can come in front of my face if you want. And then here. One more time, we're going to make it look a bit sexier. We're going to make it look a bit sexier.
Pure confusion on my face.
Maybe why for dinner first?
But when you do it, like, you can be super relaxed. Because, again, you don't actually need to use any strength here. When I plant my hand, just fall to the side and whip your foot behind me. Are you ready?
It's so pretty. I'm trying to get myself and yourself into positions that I've never done before for boxing.
It's going to be, yeah. Then we'll do an easier one after this. So if you go seatbelt. So then the second my hand hits the mat, you can just let go and fall and set up the arm back. Okay. So you tilt me across, I put my hand, scoop. Still feeling
What's the scoop, by the way? Am I pulling back? Or do I want to push forward?
So, I tilt, I get the arm. Just fall.
Okay.
See, I'm not in your back anymore.
So you're not trying to...
No, I just want to have the arm here.
Okay.
Because then, from here, I just bring the foot behind.
Yeah.
And now, you said, how do I put you down? Any position I want you, I actually have full control of you now. So if you try and sit forward, and now if you sit back, I can just keep you in this position because I have this leg.
Yeah.
I should be able to finish it. This one is just to lock it up.
That's like that's an MMA move as well. Is it?
The armbar.
Yeah, people in the UFC been taken out by that before.
Yeah, so any jiu-jitsu, we have chokes, strangulations, and any joint that we can put in harm's way, you're tapped to. Because the repercussions are torn bicep, broken elbow. So someone would rather lose a UFC match, I should. They'd rather lose a match than they would tear their bicep. So, just nice and relaxed. Hooks in, other way, other way, other way, because this is it. Now just fall to your side, scoop the arm. Now, relax, this leg can come out. Throw this one behind my head, this one behind my head. This
one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And now you feel you have full control of me.
Yeah.
You should be able to lay me flat, lock it in with this one over the face. Now you're in my arm. Hip up a little bit. Squeeze your knees.
I feel like my feet are not in the right position.
Well, even if they're not, my arm is in a very bad position. So squeeze, yeah, keep going.
Still messing.
The next position you're going to learn. And we'll get into some of the fundamentals in a second. So there's a position called knee on belly. Okay, so if we're having a scrap, we're having a fight, and I get you down onto your back, we'll get you guys to come out here. I want to get in a position. If you go like this, you're actually quite safe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my knee on your stomach. Okay. Now you get to do this to me in a second. Now, from this position, I'm pinning you down. I'm holding you. Now I'm being quite nice because I'm keeping some weight on my foot. To really control someone in a proper knee on belly, I want to be able to hop that foot. When I can hop that foot, I'm in a good position. It's hard to breathe. Now, chances are there's going to come a reaction from here, especially if I put my knee to your sternum. And all I want is a reaction. I don't want to hurt you. So you're going to extend your arm here. I'm going to plant my hand on the mat. I'm going to kick your armpit. I'm going to throw this over. I'm going to come back for an arm. And again, I've got your shoulder and my foot here. Because you wanted the pressure off here, you gave me the arm. I took the arm, same thing again, arm bar. So you're going to do this to me. One more time. You trip someone up with a takedown, which we'll get into in a second. He puts his knees up, I'm worried about the knees, I move them across, I come to knee on belly. From here, I want to make sure that all the pressure's here. You're defending yourself. I'm like, this is a strong guy, he's defending himself. I'm going to move my knee to his sternum. As I put the pressure on his sternum, he extends his arm, hand, armpit, face, arm bar. And then if I was to ask you to get out of this position, it's quite hard because I have control of the part of your body. And the arm's out here. Right, you ready? So, for whatever reason, you've tripped me up in JBR. I was being inappropriate. The police aren't going to be here for a while. I fall to my back. You come to put your knee on my stomach. Now go on. Now put all of the weight on there. Now hop that leg.
Right, so I'm like hopping.
Yeah, a bit further away so I can't grab it. Now, you've got weight here, put it all on me. Cool, hop that leg.
So there's no weight on this hand?
All of this is here. That's it. Now bring your posture a bit higher. Now I'm starting to feel the pressure. Feel a bit weird for you, right?
Yeah.
So this is a hard position because I can turn away, rotate my back. I can't really turn into you because your weight's here. So I'm gonna go, get off me, you big. Now, you're gonna grab this here. Now, sorry, with the other hand. Put your hand on the mat. Kick under my armpit quite hard. This leg. Like with your foot, get your foot in there. Come back.
That was wrong!
So, like a soccer kick into my armpit. So again, come down, knee on belly. Oh God, this guy's heavy. I give you the arm, take the wrist. Now this foot is gonna kick under my arm. Now that one's gonna go over my head. Now you're gonna sit. Not that side, the other side. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Now, even here trying to chase my arm, push me down with this leg. Now I'm in a bad position. Try and pull my wrist towards you a little bit. Yeah, and then slightly hip up slowly.
No.
A little bit more.
Hip.
Yeah.
It's not really hurting you, is it, James?
Cool, and tap there. Cool. So I'm going to teach you a slight lesson on this.
How long did it take you to get all this?
6 years. You've got battery, you've got spare battery. So like, if you lay back down your back for a second, so I'm going to teach you 2 ways to make your arm bar better. First one, I have to have your elbow. If I land too far away, the mechanics is never going to work. I need to be close to you so that the elbow's here and I can attack it. The second thing is I need you to pinch your thighs together. So, even from here, if I pinch my thighs, you get the mechanics early. If I don't pinch the thighs, I can end up crushing my own nuts. So we're going to go one more time. As you throw this leg over, I want you to pinch. If the arm goes too close towards you, you pull it back towards you. Come back, knee on belly. You want me?
Oh, there was one before.
Yeah. So, we're just going to make your, I'll go this side. We're going to make your arm bar better. All the way. Kick into the armpit. Kick under there. Cool. Now throw the leg over and sit on your butt. Grab this wrist. Don't let me take it back. Throw this one over my face. Slowly sit. Cool. Now, you see how my elbow is here? Yes. Come a bit closer. Still bring your heel towards your butt a bit more. Now throw the leg over. But be careful here because I can feel this is already a way better armbar. Now you should feel the mechanics way worse, right? Yes, nice. Okay.
Ooh, it's getting dangerous now.
So now what's going to happen
Oh,
No, you're not doing that.
is I'm going to come to kneel
can we
belly.
do this when we go home? Me and you.
As I come here,
Whoa, whoa, that's what?
so turn away. Go up onto what we call a turtle position. So go onto all fours. And now defend yourself from here. Okay? So go down to your elbows a little bit. Okay. So Mike didn't want the knee on belly. He moved away as quick as he could. I'm going to get to this position. All right, this is where the hand's going to go into a place that you might not like too much. You're going to come inside the thigh. Okay? I'm going to grab this wrist. I'm going to pull you around. Put my hook in. Come to your back. Okay? This will make sense in a second. Now from here, we're going to go for the knee to choke again.
Oh, yes.
So from here,
Harder.
Sorry guys, I have class starting.
should we go to the other side?
Yeah.
I'll come knee on belly. The thing is, if you were like this, I would just attack and arm. If your arms weren't in position, it'd be very easy. You're going to keep them very close. You're always going to want to protect yourself. Even if I try and get your arms, you're never going to let me. That's why I have to use the knee. Now from here, you're just going to turn away the second you feel the pressure coming on. Cool. Now you're going to go to all fours, and you're going to try and close up every gap you can. Because you're going to protect yourself. Imagine you're getting beaten up in a street fight, you're trying to protect yourself. I'm going to look for that little gap here. I'm going to grab the wrist. I'm going to want to pull you so I can get towards your back. I can put one hook in, two hooks in. If you stay like this is what you're about to do to me. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is your first sequence, right? Because now,
Sequence is what?
so you're going from a position to a submission. If you just tried to choke me out, say you come behind me right now to try and choke me out, I'm just not going to let you do it.
No.
But if instead you push me, you come to knee on belly,
I don't know the names. Oh yeah.
the knee on belly is typically, then from here I go, shit, I don't want this, and I turn, and I come to this position.
Yeah.
Now you're getting in better positions by putting on the pressure, right? So I'm gonna go like this.
Yeah.
Now your right hand's gonna come into my thigh. Cool.
What?
Like this.
Oh yeah.
Now you're gonna grab my left wrist with this hand. Now you're gonna come this way and you're just gonna open up my body, put one hook in. Put one hook in, put this one in. Other way, other way, other way. Cool. Now,
Why am I hooking from the wrong way every time?
now roll me this way, you're a strong boy. Put the other hook in. Now go for my neck. Now I can't stop you going for my neck now. Because you've worked hard to get to my back. So
Would I go in this way or?
probably you could, either one you feel comfortable with. Now finish the technique I taught you before. This arm goes deep, this goes like this. Left hand behind my head.
Wait.
Slide it in behind my head. Right fingers to the bicep. These go under this bicep. Under. Yeah, elbows together. Fingers, yeah, now squeeze. Keep squeezing. Keep squeezing. Make me tough. Keep going. Keep going.
God. Felt bad then.
But the thing is, I would always I would never take you past the point that, I felt like you were going to hurt yourself or whatever.
Were you choked out before?
Yeah, so one time, my training partner was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was on top of him, and it was in gi where you wear the kimono. He put a choke on so tight, I'd fallen asleep on top of him and started dribbling. And he was like, what's wrong? But I don't remember, I didn't realize it had happened. I was like, what's wrong with you? He's like, you fucking dribble on me, man. I'm like, what? I realized I was out for like 10 seconds, just like, on top. It feels quite nice. When you come back, it actually feels nice. That's why people get into the perversion of it. So, we taught you like a submission, taught you an armbar, a choke, but we've also taught how one sequence can go to another. So whenever you do something to someone, you want a reaction. If I put my knee on your belly, I want your arm, or I want you to turn away. When you turn away, you're moving to a position you can be safe, but there's advantages there from me. Now, no gi, which we're wearing now, you would start off with wrestling. No gi, so when you wear a gi, the kimono, you might start off with some different takedowns, because this, we can't grab each other. But when you can wear an outfit where you can hold each other, things are very different. So I'm going to teach you just a real simple takedown, or 2 takedowns, because we would start standing. Now, we could teach the basic stuff you'd learn, or we could teach something sexy. Sexy? People, the jiu-jitsu people online are going to see this. They're like, man, this guy's a dickhead. All right, first one.
Who, me or you?
Me. Because they'll be like, you had the opportunity to teach them real jiu-jitsu and you taught them other stuff. So like, if we were wrestling, we'd be facing each other, and you would just not want me to get to your legs. And in wrestling, if I ever grab a leg, people either strip your grips or they sprawl. So, but we're not going to do any of that. Now, we could do neckties, so I hold your head, you hold mine. Now, what I might want is to pull your head to the mat so your hands touch the mat. Now, if your hands are on the mat, it makes it very easy for me to come and take your back. Now, another thing that happens in wrestling, let me do this in a second, you stand up again, is sometimes people, it's called a snap down, will snap your hands to the mat. Now you don't want your hands on the mat. Now you stand up, and as you stand up, that's my chance to shoot. So it's like a game of chess, action, reaction. So wrestlers that do that, they're very good at it. They might pull down, you snap up, they shoot, you sprawl, and it will keep going until someone makes a mistake. But typically a wrestling stance, you're gonna have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Cool. And this is where we'd be in a position. We go head to head. This is where you get the ears, because heads are gonna be rubbing. Now, we're gonna just have a real fun one where you're gonna stand to my foot here, you're gonna push me back and scoop your foot. This is, if you hit this in comp, people will be like, oh, cheeky, cheeky, that's a very nice one. Cool, one more time. So we're gonna go right foot forward, I'm gonna step to this side, and I'm gonna push you and scoop your foot. All right, so you're gonna try it with me. So you're gonna go right foot. Now you're gonna step your left foot behind mine, just behind. Now you're gonna push me back and lift up. And you gotta catch it with your own hand. Okay. So like this.
So I'm not trying to push you over, I'm just trying to grab you in your...
My weight's here. The second you push my shoulders back, that becomes weightless. So again, trying to pick you up is gonna be a hard thing. But pushing you back makes that leg very weightless. I want this to be as easy as possible for me. So right leg. So now you're gonna step to the outside. You're gonna push me, pick up the leg, cool. And now from here, I'm in a really bad position. Get like a, yeah, cool. So, you can crank this up as high as you want, but typically what most people will do is, they will turn away because they want to reduce the pressure on the groin, right? And as I turn away, you collect the back.
I can what?
Collect my back, wrap up my back with a point. Now I'm in a bad position. But I'm gonna teach you the sexy takedown, all right? So, we're in this position, right foot. I'm gonna step, push, grab the leg. Now, if you do that, I get exactly what I want. And I could pick up Mike Thurston and slam him into the mat.
You can do that?
Yeah, it's called a return to mat.
Let's do it.
I'll teach him the sexy first, all right? Right leg. So, I'm gonna step, I'm gonna push, I'm gonna collect the leg. Now you're gonna carry facing me, stay facing me. Now, I'm gonna draw a semicircle with your leg. I'm gonna take it to the mat, pick it up really quickly, and it's gonna put him down. So we do it. Now you're on the floor, I can come to my knee and belly. So, I taught you the sequences before that are a bit easier. So you're gonna grab my leg. Now, you're gonna do a big U. Just before it hits the mat, you're gonna pick it up again. Okay.
What, so I'm doing the swing?
So take my foot down to the mat here, and now pick it up here. So this is the sweep. Yeah, do it one more time, but this time, give me a leg. Here, down. You got good balance though. And why are you so mobile? Like 99% of the time, these people will just go down. So, right leg. That foot behind.
What, just foot behind?
Yeah, this foot behind. Step behind. Push. Pick up the leg. Big U here. Other way.
Why is that so good?
Because that's how they go down. Knee on belly. Hand here. Kick in the armpit. Other foot in the armpit.
This one.
Now throw the leg over. Sit on your butt. Cool.
It's repetition.
Now, that one was the sexy. It didn't work too well because you've got proprioception of a god. I'm just going to teach you a really simple takedown. So,
I should get my Nike trainers on, then I'll be fucked.
Necktie. You're going to pull my hands down to the mat. Now I'm going to stand up. Now you stand up. Now, I'm going to bring my knee to the mat in between your legs. I'm going to grab your thighs. And the outside leg's going to come here. And you're going to come down. Real low impact, real safe, real effective. So you play rugby before, right?
Yeah.
So this is different to a rugby tackle because as you drop your level, you're going to come as low as you can in a squat and your knee is just going to go to the mat like that.
Which knee?
that knee. Because now, if we're here, you've got a real strong base beneath me. If I put my weight on you now, it doesn't bother you at all. Now this one is going to come around the back of my calf and now push me back. Nice thing. Cool, so we start from the very top. You're going to grab the back of my neck, you're going to pull my hands into the mat. Now, as I stand up, that knee's going to come here. You shoot, the other one around the back, boom. You like that? Yeah. One more time, we'll do it in real time. So we're having a bit of a wrestle, and keep your head looking up. Yeah, that's it. Now snap me down to the mat. Boom. As I come up, boom. Nice. You didn't even need the trip on that one. So I'll show you how it will feel. I'm not going to do anything stupid. Here, here, here. He's very good. If I just go for your legs now, I'm fucked because you're in the way. So instead, slap you down. I can even hold your head. You don't want to be here, you're going to stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Boom. Cover him. Really nice thing. Let's go one more time. Cool. Snap me down, head up. Cool. Now. So remember, you don't want to come down, you just want me to go down. And you want me out the way of my own legs. Snap me down, hands to the mat, I stand up. You shoot, big tackle, take down. Cool, now stand up. Come to me on belly. That's it. Cool. Keep it there. You just take time. Don't have your weight in your hands, get a high posture. Make me suffer for a bit. More weight on me, more weight on me. Take it off the hand. Oh, I don't want this anymore. Through the legs, middle of the legs. Kick the armpit. Yeah, throw that over the head. Sit down. Tap. Yeah. Fuck. So now you've got takedown, action, reaction. So it's not always as simple as just starting with wrestling. So without getting too complex, a lot of these rounds, they will start wrestling, but eventually someone's going to be down, someone's going to be up. They call this guard play and they call this passing. There's a lot to take in. You guys still with me?
I was watching those guys again.
You see, like, the intensity is not crazy. They're not like trying to kill each other.
But when it's like body weight, fighting against each other, it's tiring.
Action, reaction, getting what you want out of them. These guys, they want to train every day as well, right? So if they go ape shit on each other, it's just not going to be like intuitive for them. Why would you go so hard today? You can't tomorrow. See that? He shoots, he's pumped. So now what I think will be fun is you've learned a bit. Now we just do like this kind of intensity. You've got your rear naked choke, you've got your arm bar. Now you just try and submit it for a few minutes. How do you feel about that? If you're going too hard, I'll tell you to calm down. What's this now?
Processing all the moves you just taught me, it's a lot of moves.
I'll keep talking to you as we're doing it. So to initiate a round, you step, and then just hands, and then you go down. So that means initiate. So then, say you have a big scramble or whatever, rather than just looking at each other and being like, when we're going to go, slapping the bump, it initiates, cool, let's go, brother, let's go. Like, it's like your handshake in the sport. You know, they touch gloves in wrestling, it's the exact same. Yeah. Then no matter what happens, even if things get a bit heated and you start going after each other, there's a sign of respect, you're like, cool, let's go again. Let's go. Anything you want?
I'll just go and...
Fuck. So now you've given me top position, but this is fine. This isn't the end of the world for you. So I could say, hey, let's go again, brother. Hey, cool. Let's go.
Trying to wriggle my way out, and then I'm on my back and I'm fucked.
Cool. Fuck.
I did so much harder than that.
Oh no. Come on, defend yourself, defend yourself.
You're making it hard for me to get to that position. I feel like I could do. Was that a naughty position or not?
Nah, so guillotine.
Yeah.
I'm on the wrong side. Sorry. Von Flue famously finished his opponent in the UFC doing that. So guillotine's quite an advanced one. If you do it wrong, it's good for me.
Yeah.
So your best bet would be to give up on that and put your arm in front of us. And come here. No, you can come here and push me away. And now move your hips away from me. Boom, now you're in a better position.
Just having fun with me. Oh no.
So now you try playing what I just played, which is guard.
Yeah.
You can relax, and I'll try and demonstrate what passing might look like. So first things first, sit up. So now you're a lot more mobile than you're on your back. I actually want you in this position because now it's harder for you to defend yourself. You can't really grab my legs, push me, trip me or anything. So if you sit up, now if I try and come around you, you can react. You can put one hand on the mat behind you, just one hand. Cool. So now if I try and push you back, you can stop yourself. If there's not a hand there, you can't. But whatever feels natural.
Oh, look at my back. Fuck.
Let's go again. Do a couple
So
more minutes.
I'm basically trying to stay on my back.
You're trying to stop me getting behind you, but then if you stand up for a sec, what I want is either to grab your legs and take you down. I either want to get in a position where I can trip you. Now, if you come to touch me, I want to take your arms and maybe set up some submissions with it.
Yeah.
Or just try and generally put you off. Now, if you for whatever reason come to the side and get behind me, I need to react. I can move away. Sometimes you roll, I just don't want you behind me. And even if you do get on top of me, I want to find my way out of the position. We start from standing if you want, we'll just be chill. Right, let's go. But from here, I don't have to stay standing. I can sit if I want. Now I'm on the legs.
So you want to stay on the floor?
Well, I just want to keep you guessing. But if you can come up whenever you want, you can sit whenever you want. How's that? Good man.
fuck can I do? Such a tricky. The arms are more lubricated now.
So now I'm just going to use a real mechanical disadvantage against the lat, where I can just slowly creep.
It's fun.
Like from,
Injury.
Do you know what? Some of the worst ones are when you get poked in the eye. And like, for that second, I'm blind, and I'm like, fuck, have I just lost my eye? And then 2 minutes later, it's blurry. But then a day later, I'm like, oh, I forgot. Spring. Sometimes in the gi, which is why I prefer no gi. But like, if people are going too aggressive, I'm like, slow down, bro. And people do. Like, I've done my neck in a few times. Like today, my back was killing. They were holding me in positions like this, not letting me get out. And I was in that position for like 3 minutes. But you actually feel now we're a bit sweaty and warmer. We're probably a lot safer. We slip in and out of things. Like, super respectful. And even when you look at the intensity of people like rolling, like although they're taking it to each other, they never want to hurt each other. It's never about trying to actually hurt your opponent. Like, let's say you get a really good armbar and you sit, and you're like, oh, my partner's not going to have enough time to tap. You probably let go of it and just be like, hey bro, I got you. What kind of questions do you have about jiu-jitsu?
I'm wondering how long it takes for a beginner to actually build up the skills and the knowledge to be able to start grappling with someone who's okay.
So like,
Because I feel like when I'm against you now, I feel quite useless.
so you're always going to feel like that. And then, so let's say you start as white belt, you do 2 years, and you just get to that level of competency where you feel like you can win comps, boom, you get your blue belt. And then you go up at blue belt. I lost my first 13 matches at blue belt. So like every comp I went to, I just lose. People were like more ahead of me. But you will always be embarrassed of how you were 3 months before.
Yeah.
It'll never stop. Even at black belt, people are like, oh man, I was so stupid 3 months ago. Some people pick it up a lot quicker than others. There's a guy in Sydney called Josh Saunders who got his brown belt, which is the 4th belt in like 21 months. But he just went full time, worked, studied. You can do a lot of stuff online looking at positions, courses. Like for instance, that position you're in here.
What's online?
So this position is called turtle, right? I watched a 5.5 hour course on that position. Every way that you'd react to where their knees are, where their arms are, different subs, different passes. There are so many positions from every position. Like when every time I do an instructional and I start watching it, I'm like, bro, how are they going to talk about turtle for 5 hours? 4.5 hours in, I'm still learning brand new things. So whoever goes away and does their homework, does their training, if you're at a gym that allows you to train in certain positions, some gyms are like, okay guys, pick a position you want to work from, and then I'm like, let's do turtle because I've just been studying it. But yeah, it's going to be how invested you are in it, because someone who trains once a week is very different to someone who trains every day. Someone who allows people, so for me, if someone gets on top of me, I'll relax because I'm like, hey, fair enough, you're on top of me. There's no point in me wasting loads of energy. But some people are like, get off me, get off me, get off me, and then they're too tired to train the next day. So if you park your ego a little bit, you can get more training in. If you are, not so egotistical with your training partners, you can get more done. If you're popular at your gym, people will be like, hey Mike, by the way, in this position, I wouldn't do this. But if you are someone that is probably going a bit too hard at people, they'll be like, fuck this guy. So yeah.
Let's try, I want to try like a practical scenario. So let's say I'm a bad guy in the street and I'm going to want to throw some punches at you. What would you do? Can jiu-jitsu be used in a scenario to diffuse the situation?
So like, I'm not a self-defense guy. First thing, if I could sense that there was like any type of problem, I'd have my hands up. But you know how we drop our level a lot? So let's say this hand's always the one that's really gonna knock me out, right? So as soon as you wind that back, come, I just drop. I think that'll be it, right? Because
and then what, you just put them on the floor then?
And most people that want to street fight can't fight that well, so they do wind up punches. Or even if I see that one coming again, I come here. So it's very hard for you to knock me out here, right? I can then grab here and I can just start to walk you down. I can come into this position, punch me from here, start coming into positions, start working into around stuff. So yeah, like in a street fight, right? We have green zone, can't punch me. Green zone, can't punch me. The red zone is here, right? If I'm in this position, I could get knocked out, so I just can't spend any time here. I need to stay at a safe distance, and if I come into that red distance, I probably just drop my level and just try and get my arms around you. So yeah, but like, if I was ever going to altercate with someone in a street fight, I probably, if someone was starting a fight, I'd probably just come behind, just put them to sleep.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even see me coming. You know what I mean? So like, I've never been in a fight since starting jiu-jitsu. The only thing was, I started at 24 and we learned triangles. I didn't know how to teach you a triangle quickly. But anyway, I ended up putting my friend to sleep after a night out and I thought I killed him. So like, it took about 45 seconds for him to wake up. So so we strangulated with the arms. I'll show you a quick strangulation with the legs. So if you come down onto your knees for a sec. So if I can grab a wrist with two hands and I can pull your weight towards me. Now if you try and pull yourself away, it's quite difficult because I've got a good grip. I'm going to put this behind your head. And you've seen this in the UFC before, right? But I'll teach you how to do it in a second. Now, especially if I can get a good angle, you should feel that comes on quite quick. So this would be good for you because you've got real strong thighs, right? So, sit on your bum. Now, first of all, grab my wrist with two hands. Like, it's called a burrito grip. That's how you hold a burrito. Cool. Now, put your feet into my hips. Right into my hip bones. Cool. So now you have push and pull. I can't move because if I pull away, you hold me, and if I come in, use your feet to match your distance. This, you're going to bring your knee into your chest. Now you're going to chop this over the back of my head, over here, and you're going to chop me down this way. Now this one is going to lock up behind. So put that foot behind this knee. This foot. Cool. Now from here, you can ignore the arm for a second. I just want you to tighten up the triangle and squeeze your legs together. And you can already hear from my voice that it's starting to get a bit tighter. Yep. So now, your best bet is to close the angle. So lock it up again. Now, you're gonna scoop this under my knee here. Just your hand. You can give me back this arm. This arm, don't worry about it. Scoop this under my leg. Your arm. Cool. Now, tighten up the triangle again. Squeeze. Come on, you can squeeze harder with your legs. Keep going.
I felt like I could have gotten a better triangle. What am I squeezing?
So like this. Come on.
Wait, I feel like I was like that.
So here, and think of it like this. If you put your foot to the calf a bit, you're closing this gap that I'm in.
So it's like I'm contracting the hamstrings.
But you're also squeezing your groin at the same time. Another way you can do it is pulling your knee in towards your chest. So, lock it up again. Yeah, that feels tight. Now scoop under. Yeah. Now squeeze it all together. Go on, keep going. So that's a nice one. So then you can catch people off guard. So for instance, sometimes people will catch you in triangles. So if you come onto your hands and knees for a second, this is getting a bit more advanced. Sometimes we can find ourselves in a position like this, right? It's called a dog fight. Now, how advanced are you feeling? Yeah, let's do it. Right, you're gonna put your shoulder into my shoulder, so my weight is on the mat, right? You're now gonna put this knee onto the middle.
Which shoulder into it?
Just push the weight down here so I can't move. Now you're gonna put this knee into the middle of my back. Put it on top. Cool. Now you're gonna make this knee weightless by pushing in that adductor. Now your right foot is gonna come past my head. So sit through. Boom. Yeah. Boom. Lock it up. Lock it up. Now, if you can get this arm out, it'll be even better. So bridge your hips, push your hips up, push the arm across this way. Now lock it up. Try and get your foot behind the knee a bit more. Now cut the angle, grab this leg. So let's go back into that position one sec. So let's imagine.
Do you like the feeling of like about to pass out?
No, I just want you to do it properly. They'll be like, that wasn't a tap. So go onto your knees for a sec. Go to your knees, it's that same position. So you're going to put your arm around my back. I'm going to put this here. So again, put my knee, swing. Now from here, I do want to move this arm out of the way. From here. You feel so comfortable? Yeah. So you're done. Triangles, arm bars, rear naked chokes. We've left out guillotines, heel hooks, knee bars.
what?
Well, I'll go through them quickly with you so you can experience them. Give me a foot.
Hey.
I'm not going to hurt you, I promise. So, the heel hook is where we pressure into the knee with the toes under the armpit. So, you should be able to feel that through here. It's not a nice feeling.
That feels alright.
If I was to hip in, you know that's quite tight, right?
Yeah.
So if I was to drop to my shoulder and bridge in,
That would be bending. That would.
yeah, that's where the knee would go. We have knee bars, where you're quite mobile for a big guy, you know that? We've got guillotines, so if you sit on your butt for a second. So there are several guillotines that we can do. I'll do one here quickly called a diesel squeezle. We have got straight foot locks, where these ones aren't quite so nice, but these ones where you just try and dorsiflex the foot. We have wrist locks. See, I'm mobile wrist lock. And then the last two are going to be shoulder locks, where we have an Americana.
There's so many moves. It's fucking
Oh mate,
amazing.
I'm just getting in some of them. We have an Americana.
Is there a number on how many moves there are?
I don't know, because they make them up every year. There's like new ones. And then a Kimura if you come on your
If
side
you
for a
made
sec.
one up, what would you call it?
The crippler.
Smith Special.
And then the Kimura is where
Smithson.
you put the arm behind the back and you crank this one. But the thing is, what's interesting about sport is new techniques emerge every year. People give their names to them. And there's like different,
I'm sweating more than I would do during a normal workout.
it's like a different philosophy of training. So people make moves popular. Sometimes people don't think moves are good, and then they go win world championships with it. So people have to reevaluate the efficacy of it. So like, there's a guy over here, Jansen, who's sat by the mat, who shall I say? It's like a middleweight world champion. He's from Brazil. And like, the way that all the fighters are, the way they use the techniques, it changes between. It's like, wrestling is becoming really big in Nogi, because some people, like in the UFC, some of the wrestlers, if you teach a wrestler to punch, they're way more dangerous than a boxer that learns to wrestle. Because that wrestling pedigree you can use so much in martial arts, ducking, moving, getting under people. But yeah, so some moves go out of fashion, come back in. Some things like, change the technique. The technique will be right, and then someone else will change it a bit, and people share their expertise with everyone that makes the sport better.
What made you want to get into it?
Mate, you know, a mate of mine's a bodybuilder. I was living with him in Sydney, and we're having a play on the beach. And I remember we tackled each other, and I ended up on my back with him between my closed legs, which is like closed guard. And I didn't know what to do. And I was like, this guy's 10 kg heavier than me. I wish I knew how to beat him up. So I inquired in my local jiu-jitsu gym in 2017. I was like, if this happens again, I'll be able to get him. And because I felt quite powerless, because he's bigger and stronger than me. I'm pretty sure he was pinning my hands into the sand, both in a pair of budgie smugglers. And I hated in that moment how it felt to be powerless. Then when I went to my first jiu-jitsu session and I realized how useless I was like, oh wow, I'm so much worse at this than I ever thought I would be. So, you know, like every man dreams of like, you know, someone starts on them when you're 14, you're like, just knock them out in front of all your friends. Every man like, has that deep inside them. The more I trained jiu-jitsu, the more I realized how fucking useless I was at actually combative situations. And then yeah, you just get hooked on it. And like just doing that then, it's like a play fight with your friend. And that's what gets really addictive. You wake up not really wanting to train, and then you think, oh, wrestling people for a few hours. And also, that time you first submit someone, euphoria. That first time that you like get the technique you've been trying and hasn't working, it's amazing. But so imagine this, in your last however many years of training, your margins of improvement have been so slow. But in jiu-jitsu, you can literally get 50% better every 6 months, forever. Even black belts say that's when the sport begins. So like, that's why people get hooked up on it. Like,
And even the best of the best continue to get better.
yeah, keep learning things. Like, for so many, because then when you compete at black belt, you've got to learn things to beat other black belts. So yeah,
Your goal is to get the black belt.
Yeah. So I'm 3-stripe purple now. Next belt will be brown. Then the one after that will be black. So then, but the thing is, when I get my brown belt, I now have to compete with people that have been training 6, 7, 8, 10 years. So like, although the promotion is amazing, you're like, oh, shit gets real. You gotta start taking things seriously.
Again.
Do you enjoy it?
That was good. I liked it more than I thought.
That's what they all say.
That was good. Nice work. Yeah, so everyone, make sure you check out James's channel. His YouTube is absolutely popping off. And we actually did a podcast earlier. Was it earlier this year? No, end of last year. End of last year. So if you haven't seen that one, check that one out as well.